shut him down. It's a double kill for Jim.
Oh my God,
Jim's
Jim!
looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
He had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dart goes to 2-piece. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O ImPERium vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped Raballo right there. He no-scoped. Welcome back to another day of Mobile Mayhem Summer Season 2021. It's your boy Verdict, and with me, the beautiful, the elegant, the sassy, the classy, all the above, ImPERium. How are you doing today?
Man, I love that intro. It's actually beautiful. Thank you very much.
I'm
here. Exactly. I'm ready to slay in terms of casting, just like these teams are ready to slay it out on the battlefield. Man, it is the second last, like, normal, regular kind of league day, and things are very, 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 very much heating up at the top of the standings. There's a lots to go through. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited.
Bro, you know, we're going to start this thing off right. We got some sweaty matchups ahead. 3 to be exact. We have 4, but just to give you some insight, Ranked Warriors forfeit. That's going to give one team 20 points. If I'm not mistaken, that was Tragik. So Tragik is going to earn 20 points off the backs of that DQ. Forfeit Stamina and Nova Esports to start off the day. Say what?
It's Clash of the Titans. It is Iron Man versus Captain America. It's Godzilla versus Kong. It is, you know, giants against giants. Whatever you want to call it. We couldn't ask for a better start to this night's series of games. First and second, there's so much more to talk about, but it's not the only series we have on tonight.
No, we don't. We got Oxygen and Anarchy, which, guys, just to paint you guys a picture, Anarchy has just been one of those teams that have just continuously proven their worth in this EU competitive scene, fighting tooth and nail to climb up the ladder of the ranks, and they've been doing a very great job. As a matter of fact, put a little context to it. Both of these matchups, Stamina and Nova, and then Oxygen and Anarchy, both have significance to them. One, Nova Esports and Stamina haven't dropped a single series all year long or all summer long. They've dropped one map, right? One map. They haven't lost a single series. One of these teams are going to bite the dust today. And it is just going to be a banger for sure. We're going to end the night, hopefully, with Gallant x Omni and Team Legacy, as they will be our final matchup. You know, I don't know how much, implications that's going to have, but if Gallant x Omni actually show up, we'll still have that third series. Taking a look at the standings, this is what I was referring to as far as painting you a picture. No games drop, no series drop for Nova and Stamina. They're fighting each other. They've only lost one map each, and they're sitting at 135 apiece as I'm looking at the standings, right?
It is dead even. It is insane. You couldn't ask for a closer kind of, finishing line. And yeah, you're right. One of these teams are going to end their streak tonight. One of these teams is going to end up essentially on top. Unfortunately, it is in a bit of a situation where if Nova win the series, they actually do go into the playoffs automatically on first place. Not that it really kind of matters, but just wanted to put that out there, because on Tuesday they're playing Ranked Warriors, and that kind of means that they will automatically have those 20 points of the final day. On top of, if they win, it'll be 40 points, i.e. they will, of course, come out in first. What will make it even more interesting is if the side of Stamina win tonight's series, then that will make it very interesting for their final game, because if they do win, they will then obviously come out on top of Nova. It doesn't really matter, because both of these teams have secured first and second, so it's the automatic bye in the playoffs to the semifinals. Just as interesting of a battle, I feel, verdict, is the one between Oxygen and Anarchy, because you highlighted Anarchy, how they've slowly become the new legend killers of this mobile Mayhem. And Oxygen, they performed well throughout the season, but I would argue there's been elements of underperformance. There's been a bit of stuttering along the way, and if Anarchy are to beat Oxygen tonight, it puts them one step closer to, from a pride standpoint, ending the league stage in third place behind Nova and Stamina. And that would be a huge boost to their confidence coming into playoffs.
It is. And, just to tell you how great of a two series we have back-to-back, Oxygen and Anarchy are actually the only two teams that hand a map loss to Stamina Nova. Oxygen took one map versus Stamina.
Insane.
Anarchy took one map against Nova. We remember that series. That one went to a game 3, and bro, I was on the edge of my seat the entire matchup. And now we get to see these two teams fight it out. Obviously, I don't know if Anarchy is going to be able to close that gap on Oxygen, but it's certainly going to give them that what's the word I'm looking for? That confidence to push up and continue on. As I mentioned last stream, dude, they've been on this upward spiral, and I don't see them plateauing anytime soon, bro. Anytime soon.
There's just, man, honestly, these two series are gonna be so good. So good. Coming into the first one, though, specifically Nova going up against Stamina. I don't know if you're ready to throw up the map order. Bingo, bango.
Bingo, bango. Summit hardpoint, right?
Yep. Search and destroy, firing range. And if we get that game 3 domination standoff, I honestly, I need a game 3 between these teams. I need a game 3 between these teams.
Bro, I need a game 5. What are you talking about? This best of 3 is like this is like such a teaser. I was talking earlier with B, and I was like, man, what if we started, I won't even bring it to it. I think a best of 5 series against a team like this is desperately needed.
Fair.
A best of 3 is selling me short. It's selling you guys short, but we're going to see it here. We're going to see more action as both of these teams are, shoo-ins for playoff spots. Obviously, first and second seed respectively.
And who do you think has, if any of them at all, who do you think technically has more to lose and more to gain?
Stamina. And I'll say this because Nova's already proved.
Well, as in more to lose?
They have both. They have more to lose and more to gain. If they lose against Nova, that's something that's going to push them back. It's something that's going to, not give them the encouragement they need to move forward in the regular season, into the playoffs. And it gives them more to gain. If you're Nova, it's like, bro, you've already been in this spot before. You already know what you need to do. And now they're going to see what they can do here in game number 1 as we're going to go ahead and fire it up on Hardpoint Summit. We're going to see P1 opening up. Nova all going to be rotating up to the top portion of this control area. And we're going to see Stamina a complete hold on point, but are going to be taken down. And power struggles are going to begin early here.
4 Phoenix being pulled out by Nova. And then over onto the side of Stamina, it seems like they're running 3-4 Phoenix and a shotgun, which is very interesting. Grizz pulling that one out of the bag, not expecting anything different. And an early lead, however, the last 10 seconds and leading into the final 30 seconds has been controlled by the boys over in Stamina. It's being traded up and switched over to the side of Nova, starting off the way we expect, the back and forth.
Man, and I gotta say, Neil popping off at the moment. We had a conversation the other day before the interview, and I was like, bro, you said you were struggling to find that T1 kind of performance, and then you get picked up by Nova to cap it all off with. He was talking about his performances in respawns, particularly. He's like, bro, man, if I don't have a good respawn, it's like I just continue to sell. But if you get me in a game and I pop off at a respawn, you best believe I'm gonna go ahead and continue to follow up. Now, he is. That's exactly what I'm notating. 6 kills.
Yeah, but look at Saturn's, man. Saturn's really helped his team step up on towards his P2 transition. He got 2 to 3 kills in a row. He's on a 7-3 deficit. Yeah, okay, he gets shut down. Great push by Stamina and followed led by Drari, but I gotta say Saturn's having a good start this game.
He is. Stamina trying their best here to get a little bit of piece of the pie here in P2. Top control going to be held by Nova. Catwalk going to be held by Nova. It is a 55 to 18 point game and counting. Points are just racking up for Nova here in this first point. And I've seen them play on this map. This is a map that Stamina could definitely take an advantage in. But off the rip, it looks like Nova's not giving them anything to work with. I wish we had comms access, as you would assume that the comms are just absolutely on point right now.
But did you see that beautiful start of a transition from Nova? The movement right with about 20 seconds to go. They started being more aggressive on that P2, and they started pushing out within the next 5 seconds, i.e. 15 seconds left, they left the hard point and started making their way towards the P3 setup. It worked initially for the first 10 seconds, and I love to see that proactivity, but Stamina, they've broken through, and they do hold control of this hard point. Great position by Toby on the outside.
Great positioning from Toby as well. Yes, absolutely playing that gatekeeper role. Yaya finally going to find him in the trades. And now we're going to have a little bit of contesting. It sets up for P4 here as P3 coming down to a little bit of a wire. Drari, Ghoul, and Inferno on point as transitions for Nova are going to come early. Is it going to be the same exact thing that we saw in P3? I don't know. This P4 is a little harder to break. P3, it's like you can have spawns on the backside of tower, but still not be able to get in. There was a great hold from Stamina in P3, a great way to get back in this, and this is exactly the kind of position you expect Stamina to be in here. Will they get the early break, though? Nova has great positioning, I'll make note.
Yeah, indeed, you're dead right about that P4 and how it can be harder to break just because of that kind of open movement, that kind of out in the open outside area that goes, especially between P3 and P4 specifically. However, it can, after about 15-20 seconds, be possible to have that break come through, but you got to make it work in your favor. For Nova, they're not taking that for granted. 109 to 64, nearly double the lead as they set it up. 25 seconds left on the clock. Neil is absolutely on fire in this game. 16-15, he's died a lot, but those kills are helping to make a difference.
He is. Saturn's going to be your OBJ point. Started off strong. Kind of been a little held back due to the fact he's been playing OBJ. A little bit of a late break there for Stamina. They need every point they can get. They're going to opt to push to P1 as well, as they had one player out and about for that P4 takeover. 6 seconds before this next point starts, and this might be where Nova could take the W here. But if Stamina is flawless, we can expect it to go to a little bit longer. But, man, 19 points is all that's needed. Stamina needs to be perfect.
They need to be flawless. That has to be absolutely perfectly defended for Stamina. This is the hard point of their lives right now, in their minds. Saturn gets a breach on through. Goal is looking to rock on in. They've allowed it to be broken. Nova have gained control of this first hard point.
Yep, and they're making it practically impossible for anything to come through on a break. As I do see Toby coming through, gets one, gets two. Big kills, but is traded by Karma. Karma coming back around, and this guy is just one of those ones you can't deny. Karma, 17 kills on the board. Taking a look at Turu with 18, bro. These guys are popping off. They want to win this. This is the kind of energy I expect from a #1 ranked team overall. One of the best teams in the EUC. I've seen, literally.
149, this is it. I think Stamina know it's over. I always say it's not over till Fat Lady sings, but 1 point on P2. Every single second is going to count for the Stamina boys. All of them are looking to defend it. Do or die, now or never, but if they stay huddled together, the nades are going to punish them more aggressively. They need to make their mark and make it count hard.
They are, but guess what, Yaya? Rotating over to this catwalk. He's got a Goliath in hand. Toby gonna try and beam him off.
No.
Gets laser. Drari. Oh no, they're gonna get a few shots. He's out. The Goliath is done for. Count it. He didn't even make it to the point. He lasered one by Tempest. That was OP operator usage from Stamina, who are trying to barrel their way back in. But guys, you can't get off of this P2 transition. You can't set it for new just yet. The guys over at Nova only need 1 point, and they know it. Saturn's going to be there. Yaya, that's game one, 150 to 127. A hell of a first game in this best-of-3 series.
You couldn't have said that better. I couldn't have said that better myself. They just left that 2 seconds too early, left that P2, and from behind, stabbed in the back like a knife to the heart. Absolutely incredible. What a solid attempt from Stamina to come back into this. I do think Nova were maybe just a little bit too, not that they were too kind of calm, but I think they were confident that it didn't matter if P2 went in the whole of kind of like Stamina's favor. They knew that they only needed 1 second, one single solitary hard point. They were either going to get it at the very end of P2 or on P3, right? So I didn't think we needed to worry about it. But in Stamina's terms, that level of defense was really strong on that P2. Just left it too late. It gave too much to Nova.
It did, and I got to say that stout P4 hold for Nova put them in a phenomenal position to close this game one out. Everything about P1 and P2 was all Nova. P3 was a break for Stamina, but let's be real. Nova held the majority of that first 15 seconds in. That could have been a factor. You're looking at the transitions to P4. Stamina were just shut out. Could not get anybody in until the last 8 seconds, and by that time, there was only one player left. I don't think they racked up 4 or 5 seconds before they were rotating over to P1, because based off of the points that Nova had, they only needed 19, and they were able to scrap that up easy off for P1 and P2.
Man, just such a good game. Like, such a good game. Super impressed with Nova's proactivity and just so kind of clean response to those hard points. Neil really impressed me with his level of aggression. You could argue that maybe he was obviously being over aggressive, the fact that he died 25 times, but considering Neil isn't always the kind of the hungriest for kills, right? He tends to be that kind of middle of the pack in between the objective player and the frontline player. It's nice to see Neil step out of his comfort zone, I feel, a bit, and really be aggressive in that manner. It worked in Summit, because Summit is the kind of map where you have to be aggressive, even if it is at the deficit of kind of dying too many times. If you being aggressive and getting the kills needed to give your team the freedom of space and the solitary seconds that are so crucial in Summit, I think that really made a difference to Nova's performance in this game one.
It did. Now we're going to see if Nova can take this series in 2. They have an opportunity to do it. This is one of my favorite maps for Search and Destroy. And with Neil on the snipes, he had a decent game one. And I remember having this conversation with him before the interview on Monday. Literally painted the picture for me. He was like, bro, if I have a great game one, you best believe I'm going to roll into game 2 feeling crispy. So game 2, setting the bar high for Nova. This is their opportunity to take a 2-0 series. Stamina definitely not out of this. Had a bit of a hiccup in game 1, resulting in Nova just... It was inevitable, bro. They were literally like 19 points away after that P4 reset. You can't expect... with the way that hardpoint works now, you can't expect to maintain all of P1 and P2, especially on Summit, and then roll into a P3 to bounce back. You got to get in there and trade shots early on, and it just wasn't there.
Do you think that? And I'm devil's advocate question more than anything. Grizz's use of the shotgun, is that not enough of a team pick, where as much as it allows him to get the kills individually, does it suffer the team in terms of the end team performance, right?
In that hard
point?
point?
Do you think that's the case? Yeah,
absolutely.
In that hard point, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of curious about that.
His kills didn't result in... I'm looking at the stats, and I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah.
He went 29 and 22. Bro popped off. But his kills, they weren't able to capitalize on that. So was he out of place with his shotgun? Was he not potentially playing objective? Not necessarily on point, but was he not playing objective to where he was setting up for next point? Or where was that at? I know that P4... That transition we talked about, everything is kind of out in the open. You come through snow, it's really hard to push through. You come through the top side, there's literally no chance you're able to outgun a Holger or a Finnick if they get the head start. They see you coming up that staircase on the top side of Plow.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not, you can't profit off of a shotgun usage on that map in that aspect. And if you're looking at that L from a play-by-play breakdown, P1 was an L for stamina, and P4 was an L for stamina. Those were the biggest points that Nova gained. Literally, I think it was 40-plus points. That's 80. That's what is that? 1:20 on the hill?
Yeah.
I mean, how many points did they need to get into a W after the P4 reset?
Exactly.
Hey.
Yeah, not many. Like one. Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're dead. Actually, sorry, it wasn't after P4. Yeah,
it was 19.
Either way,
it was 19
right.
points.
Yeah, 19 points. Yeah, you're dead right. Absolutely dead right. Well, either way, Search and Destroy it is. So I'm not going to be starting as the attacking side, and Grizz does open things up, getting a kill onto Karma. It's going to pick up the Fennec inside Trader, switches over to his shotgun. See, I don't mind that. I don't mind him playing shotgun if he's going to stick to Trader, but Yaya does even the deal getting a kill onto Drari.
Yeah, but now we're going to see Yaya go down. Toby with the OP placement there. Going to capitalize on his placement inside a trailer. Bomb is going to go down. 40 seconds on the clock. Neo trying to get the heady player off the plant. That's going to be Ghoul. Toby and Grizz playing very well disciplined on site inside of trailer. Ghoul going to be rotating on the bottom side of this staircase. Ghoul going to get pushed. Ghoul!
Beautiful.
Going to win that trade. And now we've got a 1v4. Inferno has the opportunity to seal it out. He's going to be taken down. Turu picks up that frag, and we've got ourselves a 1v2 scenario.
15 seconds left on the clock. Grizz sticks in trailer, makes that shotgun count. Great round from the side of Stamina. Effective, clear cut, making absolutely no bones about the fact that they are saying to Nova, okay, you've angered us, we turn that into focus, we're not giving you any room to breathe.
We're going to see a little bit more of an aggressive push up towards this trailer site. That's going to result in one being dropped by Karma. Yaya going to get the trade on Drari, and it's a 2-for-1 as I do see Ghoul and Drari down. A much better start for Nova here, but they still got Inferno, Toby, and Grizz to deal with. Inferno dealt with, Toby dealt with, Grizz. 1v4.
Oh my god.
I don't know about this, bro.
Rocking the shotty. It's gonna go in. Solo kill, but at the end of the day, all Tora has to do is run around and slow him down, lead him out into the open. There you go, job done, happy days. Great movement by Toru. He knew exactly what he was doing. And Grizz, kind of, that mistake.
That was a good old bait and switch, right?
Yeah, but come on, Grizz, you weren't born yesterday. You should have known that was happening. That's going to be a bit of a harsh criticism for me.
Grizz biting it and takes the bullet there as we are all tied up. Search and Destroy getting close. Saturn's going to get first blood as he takes down Grizz. Toru going to be spotted by Toby.
Okay.
Toby, a force here in this Search and Destroy matchup. Grizz as well, though, but 4v4. We've got Yaya coming through with the contest, pushing out in the open. Toby and Ghoul going to tag team Karma. And Yaya both going to bite the dust, but oh my god, Saturn's. 2 crispy shots now as he's found himself 2 kills here in round 3.
Neil is on the other side. So Saturn's and Neil do have that B-side covered. However, I don't know how much Stamina are aware of that. Why aren't they looking to transition towards an A bomb site? There you go. It might have been noticed. Saturn's is on top of the tower, but he's still looking towards B with Neil. And that's something that he should be aware of.
Now, I got to point out, too, I think I heard Inferno taking some shots in the jungle area to try and deter his opponents, you know, away.
Yep.
Oh, my.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
And it did work
Beautiful.
because they started that rotation over, and that was 2 easy kills for Toby and Ghoul there. Now we're going to see a 2-1 game. We need to see a better Search and Destroy consistently for the Stamina team. Need to see a game 3. They can do it here, certainly, but going back to the drawing boards on a push.
Oh my god, Neil got a double kill. Oh, Neil. Beautiful job. I'm sorry to have cut you off, but that just popped up and I absolutely loved it.
I absolutely hated that I missed that because those were the... that was the reason why I was watching him from the beginning, and he didn't do anything the first 2 rounds. Now, finding the 2 opening frags that literally sealed the deal for Nova, that's going to put Neil at 2 kills that I missed, and I'm going to be kicking myself in the butt for the remainder of the night.
Oh, man. Absolutely beautiful. It's just ironic because you're talking about Stamina needing to be kind of consistent with these Search and Destroy rounds, and they lose another one, so we're back to 2 apiece. The best Stamina can do leading into the defensive rounds is to be 1 point ahead. They started off in a good way. Grizz getting an early kill.
Oh my, the collateral from Ghoul! That's going to take down Saturn's and Neil. How did they line up like that? I literally just swapped to Ghoul. And here he is putting 2 headshots on 2 defenseless players. Gonna take another one, but is not gonna get the hit. Turu gonna take 1 out, but Grizz gonna get the trade. That's gonna be a 3-2 advantage as we're gonna be flipping sides. Gosh.
Sounds like
I need, like,
anything you can do,
I can do better.
I can do better.
I need like 5 peripheral views of all the players going at once, so that way I can't miss anything. Because once I swap over the Neil, Ghoul's hitting collaterals, and then when I swap over the Ghoul, Neil's hitting collaterals. It's just ridiculous.
And
Ghoul.
Absolutely sensational. Grizz is popping off. I'm sorry, but Grizz is having a hell of a game. I criticized him a little bit in one of the earlier rounds. I pointed at maybe a bit of a oof on him using a shotgun in Hardpoint Summit, but I gotta say he's having a great Search and Destroy game.
A phenomenal one indeed now as we are seeing 3 players left alive inside of this wood area for Nova. Turu trying to get some information. Drari going to be in the top side of this jungle building. Not going to give anything away. He's got his laser out, but definitely not going to give anything Nova to work with. Karma with the SMRS shots, not going to happen. Neil is going to be spotted by Toby. That's going to be a 2v5 scenario now as Drari starting to take some shots. Going to rotate back from this jungle site. He knows how disciplined they have to be. It's a 2v5, granted, but you can't run over all these guys. These guys, Turu and Karma, they're no joke. They will make you pay and violate if you push out in the open. Now, as we do see the rotations over to this A-long area, a little bit of a questionable one, but we'll see how it pans out as Nova down by 1 in this search or destroy. Stamina looking to take it here to a game 3. This is a very possible situation. 3 players going to be coming from backside. Ghoul going to be alive. Toby going to be taken down. Ghoul going to get the kill. Turu going to be able to take down 1 more. But Drari going to be there to clean it up, and now we're only 2 points away from a match point, or 2 points from match point here for Stamina, who have shown a lot better performance here in this search.
As a duo, it's incredibly tough 2v5. Just want to point that out. But if they were going to go for that push onto the A bomb site as a duo, they had to have kept moving. The second they allowed themselves to essentially get sandwiched up either side is the second it became so much harder for them. But into the next round, Stamina are looking quite good, but Toru does plant the bomb. Saturn is going to suffer down in the end, but the rest of the Karma boys are not going to make it that easy for Stamina. 3 down, another 1 down, and it's going to be 2v2, 2v1.
Neil.
His goal is left on his own. I know, Neil. I know.
Neil takes down 2 with 1 shot yet again. And now we're going to see Ghoul fighting for his life. He's going to get the defuse? There's no way he's going to get it. He got it!
No
guys!
Wait,
no! It was just about to happen, but Neil comes through and crushes Ghoul's dream. Ghoul had every right to get that defuse. What was denied? Neil, 200 IQ, last second peak. And literally couldn't afford to get a hit marker.
By the way, these are the best goddamn teams in Europe, and I'm loving this. Hands up, hands out, clapping, whatever you want to do to both of these teams, because they deserve all of my respect. The action that's in front of us, it is incredible. This round is on. Drari is out. It's a body disadvantage, and Stamina, who had a 2-point lead, and we're so close to getting onto that all-elusive match point. Looking a little bit down, but they do return on the Saturns.
They do. Toby going to be spotted here. He's still straddling this bomb heady glitch. He's
What
got
are you
3
doing
players
there,
pushing up. He's
Toby?
also got Neil back here sniping, holding down the fort. They're going to oust Toby there, and that's going to leave Inferno, Ghoul, and Grizz to pick up pieces. Ghoul picks up 1. Spachi, he could get his shot here on Turu. Turu playing disciplined. Not going to peek out too much. Going to take some shots in the trailer.
Lovely.
Grizz.
He's featured on. Beautiful.
Neil.
Beautiful.
1v3 scenario bomb. Not going to be defused just yet. They're going to wait till they get Neil out. But Neil not giving him much to work with. Ghoul and Inferno going to be rotating on the backside. Or Ghoul and Grizz, rather. Pushing on the backside. We're on match point. This is the opportunity for Stamina to take us to a game 3. And they can very well do it here in this next round.
God damn it. Absolutely, god damn it. Beautiful by Stamina. Fantastic defense. The way they played around that cabin area was wonderful. A little bit of a mistake by Toby, going a bit too aggressive, but I appreciate it. It worked initially. Neil opened things up, taking down Inferno. Goal pushes forward. Yaya's going to pick up Drari. 2 players down already for Stamina.
Toby, Ghoul, and Grizz going to have to make it happen here. Or you're going to give these guys over and over that much more hope to clutch it up in 2. Grizz going to be on the backside of jungle, waiting for the rotation to come through, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think Nova want this A site. They might very well so take it, as Toby going to be left on his inside of trailer. They're playing a 1v1 split, like literally 1 player in trailer, 1 player in mid, 1 player on B. They got to get together here, as I do see Grizz make his way on. Turu going to be on the bomb heady there. Going to get the flash to hit, but Karma taking down Ghoul. Turu's going to be traded.
Toby.
Grizz can't be enough. That is going to do it. We're going to see another round. And Nova has just as much stake in this matchup.
Stamina made the mistake, though. Stamina made the mistake. They committed 2 to Trailer, 1 on the outside. The second, the one player on the outside, I forget exactly who it was started to get engaged upon. Toby decided to leave Trailer, and that was the instantly wrong mistake. What they should have done is they should have turned it around, and Toby and Grizz used that to push on the other side of Trailer by the A-bomb side, and have looked to go for a bit of a turnaround. But Toby left Trailer, got exposed, and then Grizz got taken out. Bit of a poor mistake, but they got to return back up as they do trade it up for, actually, yeah, 3 players each.
3 players left alive, and I gotta say, Ghoul played this way too aggressively, in my opinion. He does pick up 1 before he goes down, but in a situation like this, you need everybody available, and Ghoul sacrificing his life for 1 trade. I'm not necessarily agreeing with. Grizz on the flank here as he's going to be coming up this backside jungle. He's going to be met by Neil.
Risky.
Neil going to spot him, but
he
Grizz
knows.
pushing back. Yes, 100 IQ, 200 IQ there for him as he does make the retreat. Now 3 players on the flank pushing through. That's going to be Nova getting in some shots, but they are actually going to be pushed from behind as well. But the pinch is not going to happen. Nova takes down 1 with Neil getting Grizz and Inferno and Toby. They need to find 3 kills and a defuse here as this bomb's going to be planted. 45 seconds left on the clock. Saturn's down. Neil still alive. Karma's going to take down Toby, and now it's Inferno in a 1v2 scenario. This is about as intense. You could literally cut the tension with a knife here as Inferno going to be looking to take out Neil and Karma. Not going to be able to get a ninja defuse here, my guy.
I like this from Inferno. He knows he has to push it in, but Karma, he gets a kill. Last hit, 5 apiece. We switch over as well. Stamina. They did some fantastic rounds as the attacking side, but they have to do it all again. 5-5. Stamina need to win this round.
This is going to be all on Stamina here. They're going to have to play this precise. Can't give Nova anything to feed off of. Drari bomb in sight, or bomb in hand, going to be rotating bottom of this wood area now. 3 players going to be jungle side. Turu and Saturn's going to be there to meet the energy. Turu playing disciplined. Isn't oust early. Going to take down
Beautiful
1.
by Toru.
Toru going to take some shots on another. Gets in position to have his teammates back there. Inferno and Grizz going to combine. That's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. And now, it's still an even matchup. 3v3 scenario.
This.
The rotation back to A is going to come through. They didn't like what they saw in jungle.
Neil knows this. Neil knows this. Look at Neil. He's already set up towards the A-bomb side. He's 1 step ahead. I respected this engagement from Stamina because I knew if they had to stay there, it would have been a possible pincer effect from the Nova boys. They cut their losses and they switched from the B heading towards the A. And I think they also recognized that the distance was just a little bit too far to go for that sweep towards the A-bomb site. They don't have the body advantage. They know that they need this round win, so they are not overextending any more than they have to.
They're going to push back towards this B site. They're going to be met by Turu, who has literally held down this fort. He got a little bit of help earlier now, and now it's a 3v1 scenario. He's going to start the pre-fire, but it's lasered. Big kills. Toby opening the gates, and now Karma going to contest. 1v3 scenario for him. He's going to be lasered. Grizz, absolutely OP. Now Toby going to try and get this bomb plant down. The wall bangs are not going to hit. Toby going to go ahead and get it, and now the pressure is on. 40 seconds on the clock. 1v3 scenario. This is a picture-perfect moment for Stamina, but this is something that you can hang on your fridge if you accomplish here, Nil. You get this one, man. We'll clip it, bro. I'll send it to you. You can have it. You earned it.
Oh, no. Neil's being exposed. They know where he is. He has to reposition around. He's only got a shotgun and a sniper in his hands. He needs to play it in. He needs to get those shots off, but I knew it was going to happen. Grizz wraps around. He gets a shotgun shot, and we are going to a game 3. Man.
Bruh.
Man.
I almost thought that Stamina was going to sell that one. I'm not even going to cap. Like, literally, they held too conservatively for a lengthy amount of time, and we all know what happens when you hold, when you're going up against a team such as Nova, bro. You give them a little bit of time to formulate a plan,
I agree.
And it just kind of backfired for Nova. All that time, they didn't even spend it well. And Turu gets picked. Karma out in the open by himself. Neil also gets picked. That's a moment where if you're Nova, maybe you hold conservatively 3-stack it inside that 10 building where you have access to A and you have access to B equally rather than having 1 by 1 by 1, right?
Well, you're dead right. The 1 by 1 by 1 was the worst way to defend. 2-1 would have been ideal. Leave Neil overlooking the A bomb site and have 2 defending B. Dora doing a great job, but the fact that he stayed in that position, realistically, his movement and his shots were just way more easily exposed. And never mind the fact that Stamina didn't take it for granted. They were flowing as a 3-man team. They played that perfectly as the attacking side. Disengaged, maybe went for a tiny bit of a bait towards the A, sent Neil packing. And yeah, they waited, they bided their time, but when they did move, after they gathered their thoughts, because they're in control, boom, they pushed, they got the job done, and we are going to game 3. Like, fair play to both sides. It was a fantastic search and destroy. But my God, like, I said I wanted a game 3. I said I needed a game 3. It's exactly what we're getting.
That's exactly what, and I just want to show you guys and highlight the stats here. Even though this went to a round 11 and it was a lot closer than this scorecard represents, look at it. Ghoul, Grizz combining for 26 kills. That's major. How does this go to a round 11 when you got guys like Grizz and Ghoul popping up?
Yeah,
I know Ghoul put himself in very questionable positions early on, but he capitalized on that and was able to, kind of take the lead there with Grizz, who ultimately, those guys just played it so damn well in that last round. Got to give it its stamina staying in this. Now we're going to see a domination, and I'm honestly like I can't call it. Like if I am reading chat, chat is telling me Nova can't lose respawns. Well, I saw Nova lose a respawn earlier last week in another tournament, so it's a possibility. Is that enough information to go on to say that Stamina will win? Absolutely not. Nova is Nova for a reason. So you're going back and forth now. This is a Clash of Titans. This is a game 3. It's a nail biter. If you look at it statistically speaking, the hard point was, well fought by Nova, and they deserved that W. Stamina, you took a little too long to get on board, right? What is Stamina needed to do here in this game 3 in order to, not fall behind?
To me, they have to play just a little bit stronger as a team. And I know I say that as if they can just flick that switch and that happens, right? No, I know that's incredibly difficult. But if there's one probably thing that is the difference maker between Nova and Stamina right now, it's Nova are just a little bit stronger as a team, right? You look at the hardpoint, they played better as a team. They played better as a unit. You even look at that search and destroy. Yes, they didn't have the kind of 13 kill players like Stamina did, but you look at every single one of those players and they all had pretty high kill counts, right?
Yep.
So as a team, they performed extremely well in search and destroy despite losing.
So this is what I'm going to say.
Looking at domination, and I'm thinking Nova win just based on the fact that they are just playing a little bit stronger as a team compared to Stamina.
I would agree with you in that sense, but this is going to be the difference maker and really going to be, what decides this game. We made a note. We made a note of Grizz's performance in the hardpoint, right? His slaying ability didn't necessarily equate to OBJ, right? This is a standoff map where he can violate, in grannies, in courtyard. That's going to anchor this team to having the man advantage. True. So I gotta say, Stamina take this game 3. And I'm not rooting for them, guys. What I'm saying is that slaying ability that Grizz showed in game 1, it popped off in game 2.
Okay.
This is his matchup, guys. This map, you could literally post yourself up in a position where you can capitalize on the body counts. And it's not a narrow, long map like Standoff where it's practically impossible to make those rotations. This map is about as symmetrical as it comes. in the sense of, where you position yourself out in position to the OBJ. So the flag sites, that B out in the open, you can prevent those rotations from Granny with the shoddy. Giving it to Grizz and Stamina here.
And I love that you bring up that point of, because these are like static OBJs, it hopefully will allow that strength of Grizz to transfer to a bit more map control and overall a more unified team result. At the end of the day, the proof will be in the pudding, the proof will be in the performance, it will be in this final game of the series. Both teams have at least secured 5 points out of this series. Stamina do still need to win this to be in a chance of at least ending the league stage in first place. For Nova, they win this series, they will go into the playoffs, not only, of course, into the semifinals, but of course, in first place.
All right, so having a bit of a connection issue, it looks like one of the Stamina players not necessarily connecting off the bat. Churro and Inferno going to be 1v1 here as they are emoting pre-game. I'm absolutely loving it. Look at the moves. The level of respect these guys have for each other. Just absolutely A1.
Trying to see what the kind of update is. If we can try and find out. In terms of the last Stamina player, I hope, of course, that he's able to connect. It doesn't seem like it's the case. Are they going to be playing 5v4? I hope not. It would be massively anti. Yeah, they're going to bail. Okay, good. Just a little bit worried about that one. Hopefully, we'll be able to get Narcs in and get this into an even 5v5 for the final game of the series.
We'll load back into the lobby, and hopefully we'll have a better connection here in this second attempt, but definitely got to make sure all these guys are 100% on. I don't want to see a lack of connection being an issue. I don't want to see, the opportunity for one team to have an advantage due to it. So, we'll give them a moment to gather themselves, get ready back up, as I believe it was Jirari who was reconnecting or not able to connect. And if that allows you to, ponder on if he's having connection issues altogether, if we look at his second, the Search and Destroy game, the second game that he played in, he literally only had 2 kills. So that could be a factor that will play against Stamina here. I'm not saying that he's going to hold them back, but let's be considerate of the fact that man's a GOAT only drops 2 kills at a Search and Destroy game. That's not typical Jirari performance.
To find out what the situation is. Okay. Cool.
Got it.
Look, man. Sorry, we just had to kind of make sure everything was good. It seems like it's going to be the case. The players are loading in. Come on, Jirari. Jari's actually in. There you go. We're getting into a 5v5 domination standoff. Verdict. Let's get it, man.
Let's get it indeed here, as we'll see who will be on the top of the standings after this matchup. Regardless of the scenario, one team's going to earn 15, one team's going to earn 5. Who wants it more? I call it Stamina because my guy Grizz knows what he's doing with a shotgun. As I say that, he's going to be taken down, and Karma and Nova going to be taken above and beyond here on this transaction to the B side, but they are going to be halted. Saturn's going to be making their way over there. They're going to clear the path, and now we're going to have an early advantage. Nova could potentially take it, but Ghoul and Toby going to combine. We've got ourselves a game neck and neck. No one has been able to cap B, but 60% cap, though, for Nova. That's pretty convincing so far.
60% is not 100% right. That's, at the end of the day, that's all that counts for Stamina. Of course, Nova's still rocking it up with some form of map advantage, I feel, as they stop them in their tracks. Goal is going to play it through. Ghoul is having a good game so far, but Neil is going to take him out from behind. I want to see Neil looking very dangerous in this game.
Yep, he's going to have decent positioning here as he's going to be rotating through this L wire here. Gets one, Drari going to get the trade, but the man advantage on this B site still going to be favoring Nova as it's about 50% cap. They just need to get a little bit more bodies on the point. Saturns. Oh my god, Saturns, what are you doing, bro? 3-piece in the feed now as Churu and Saturn's going to open the floodgates. B going to be capped, and now Stamina going to be on the back burners here in this first half.
Okay. Okay, Stamina. I'd like to see a bit of a reverse sweep. Maybe look to aim for Nova's A. It might be risky, but it couldn't settle me. You don't have to do it straight away. I don't really like the split that they have, at least in the way of kind of having a couple of players a bit more aggressive, but then having one player back. Drari, he gets taken out because you didn't push it out quickly enough, right? You took your time, you allowed yourself to be separated. Now Nova are looking for that triple cap, right? You got to be concise, you got to be quick if we're gonna make a play, Stamina.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see a little bit better map control. The attempts that they've made towards A have been halted. Grizz pushing solo, just not gonna happen. You're gonna need 2-3 bodies there to maximize on this point. And now we're going to see Ghoul push in. Ghoul going to get taken down on the backs of Turu spawning literally right behind him. Inferno going to be there for the contest. He's going to get lasered. And Nova has done everything they needed to do to close this first half out in the lead. And they're going to very much do so here. Stamina going to be, again, on the ropes. Trying to make something happen here. Late half. Grizz going to pick up one. Ghoul going to pick up two. B going to be capped. And now we got ourselves a competitive first half. They're going to be pushing towards this A side too, but Grizz and Toby, one going to be stunned. B going to be held. A going to be taken care of. Grizz going to come through for the follow-up, but it's going to be denied.
It is not. Man, looking for the triple cap even as Goal switches around. Gets a kill onto Neil. Absolutely nowhere to go, Neil. And I love the fact that he isn't instantly going for the A cap. He's trying to go for a bit of a bait. He does look this sweet. Lay out the sentry gun. He did pull it out, and that hopefully will allow him to hold on to at least this double cap. Nice by Nova. Neil holds on to. Saturns does what he can. It's not quite captured though. 73 to 63. It's the best Stamina could have asked for with the deficit they were on before the break.
Yeah, a lot better map control from Stamina going into the later portion of that first half. 75 to 67. Stamina going to be spawning on this A site now. Maybe this will give them a little bit better of an advantage, but they got to be considerate of the fact that Nova might push the flank and go for that strategy that you mentioned earlier. It's absolutely OP to get that flip in the sense. C is just one of those sites that are so much harder to control. It's harder to get map control. It's harder to maintain B. And now we're going to see Turu popping off. Going to pick up one as Toby was halted there. Saturn's going to be tag teaming, and the B push is going to be inevitable.
Nice
Nova
by Saturn's.
looking to dominate here early in the second half.
Oh, look at Saturn. Saturn doing a great job of kind of flanking wide, trying to get in behind the Stamina players, and he pulls it off successfully. Again, for Nova, they don't necessarily need to kind of take B. They don't necessarily need to kind of, you know, fully dominate the map. All they need to do is run rings around the Stamina players, distract them, slow them down. Just really separate them as they can so they can continue to hold on to this game. This is a really good play by Nova.
Yep, two are going to be back and forth on point. Gonna get Grizz lacking in the triple cap. Looking like it might come through Nova.
So good from Nova.
Oh my god, the triple cap is going to go in effect for a moment, but C does get recovered by Stamina. And again, they're going to be on the ropes. And as I mentioned, A might be capped here by Nova. They very well do so. And I'm taking a look at Drari, and Drari is like, or maybe that was Toby. Toby was a little bit lagging rather. And this B site, not going to have any traction on it. Looking like Nova might take this game early.
Nah, come on. Second half of the first half, or second part of the first half, we did see Stamina kind of wake up, but they can't leave it too late. At the moment, it's getting closer to that. If it's around 125 and or above, I feel it's going to be just too late for them to come back unless they grab a triple cap. Stamina now seem to regain their composure a little bit. They're looking to switch around and play towards a bomb, a cap, Toby, and Inferno working together, one on the roof, but Inferno gets taken out, so does Toby, and Stamina are stopped dead before they can get towards the A side.
Yep, this is triple cap territory for Stamina. Let's just not even, hold that information back. These guys need to get B and A and maintain C in the midst of doing it, and I have a hard time believing that a triple cap will come through for Stamina. As I say that, we're going to see a little bit of traction on B. This results in, half of that pressure being relieved. Ghoul going to be in a very profitable position.
It's too late.
It's not. A triple cap can come through, but C is going to be neglected, and that is it. That's game, guys. Nova going to take the bag.
It's good for Stamina, but it's just a little bit too slow. It's just a little bit too sluggish. Every single second counts when they're getting to this stage of the game and domination. We saw it in Hardpoint. Stamina were just a little bit too slow, just a little bit too sluggish, and we're seeing it right now. The control comes in, the game comes through, Nova beat out, and they are going to take this series 2-1.
Gotta feel bad for Stamina in that instance, trying to get something happening. It looks like a repainted picture of that first game, right? You start off slow, you're trying to make up for it in the second half, and all those efforts just go down the drain because Nova just playing to the best of their abilities do prevail. They take the series 2-1. They will be pushed towards that first place spot and held it the entirety of this season. As a matter of fact, they have yet to lose a series to date. And I don't think that's going to change based off of what we got left on the season for them. Stamina, well fought, best of 3, drop the Hardpoint and domination. And guys, I'm like, after that series, now we got Anarchy and Oxygen next. Man, I'm going to have to take an afternoon nap or something, bro. I'm, like, exhausted.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm kind of fueled by this shit, to be honest, man. I'd already casted 2.5 hours today, and this is just, it just gets my adrenaline pumping. I couldn't have asked for a better start. Really good. Stamina, they honestly, they are so close. They are honestly so close to just being as good as Nova, but they're not quite there. Like, at no real point during domination did I think Nova were really under pressure, right? Even in that kind of at the second part of that first half where Stamina did get that double cap, I wasn't too worried. I appreciated and respected that Stamina had gotten control of it, but in the back of my head, I wasn't thinking, oh, damn, this is Nova gone, right? They're going to lose this. I just didn't feel that at all. And the way Nova were playing was poetic. It was genuinely poetic at times. They were fluid around the map. They were synergized. They were just playing so comfortably. And that's not to the disrespect of Stamina. That just is to the absolute beauty of how good Nova are right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, bro. That's, them performing at a top tier level, and, we've seen them I've seen them drop maps before and then bounce back like it's nothing. Like, I could imagine that when they took that loss in Search and Destroy, that it did not faze them. I literally could hear them in VC, even though we don't have access to it. I could literally hear them potentially even laughing. Not disrespect to their opponents, but just of the situation. Like, damn, now we got to play a game 3. Like, that's how good these guys are. They're ready for anything, right?
Yep.
And Stamina, putting everything they got into it, and you're going against an OP Nova roster, bro. You take it to a game 3. That's respect enough, but
of course,
Nova Esports just way too OP at the moment.
Yeah, Stamina will learn from this.
Absolutely.
We've highlighted how much they've grown over the past 2 to 3 months. We've recognized that they have started to focus on elements of their gameplay of trying different things and testing themselves. this is just another test for them in the sense of they will learn from it, they will get better, and they will evolve. And I have so much respect for Stamina in terms of how they play on the battlefield and how much they want to be the best at what they do. And this is part of it. This loss is part of being the best.
It is.
You know?
It is. You're absolutely right.
And yeah, this will add fuel to the fire for Stamina. Ideally, you always love to win, but you got to turn something into fuel, and this loss will be turned into fuel.
Talking about adding fuel to the fire, bro, as if we were not already energetic enough. We've got another great series coming up. That's Anarchy and Oxygen. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short intermission to hear from COD Mobile, and we will be right back. And we are back live for some more action, guys. You thought we were done just after that best of 3 series. We got Oxygen and Anarchy in the lobby. ImPERium. How sweaty is this matchup going to be?
Oh boy, this match is very, very sweaty. If you missed when we talked about the overall standings coming into today's games, Oxygen are currently in 3rd on a total of 105 points. Anarchy are in 4th on 75 points. So let me paint you a picture. If Anarchy come out on top 2-0 or even 2-1, but let's hope for the best in 2-0, that puts them on 95 points. I would leave them only 10 points behind Oxygen coming into the final day of the regular league stage on Tuesday. I'll put more pressure on Oxygen. Both teams are playing against different sides in the final day. So I kind of am rooting for Anarchy, especially because they've really risen up as a legend killer. But Oxygen, right? They've been stable. They've been solid. Maybe a little bit underperforming at times, but you can't count them out.
You can't. You can never discount either of these teams. As a matter of fact, I found myself in past situations where, I counted Anarchy out, and sure enough, they were able to take Nova to a Game 3, handing them their first map loss of the season. Again, they just lost another map to Stamina, but, literally showing that they stand in that top 4, top 5 range, and they're just continuously getting better. And you can never really overlook Oxygen because, to be honest with you, looking at the roster, Shark, Leader, Balance, Marvel, Faints, man.
I know.
It's about to get sweaty up in here. As a matter of fact, I'm taking a look at the best of 3. We got Raid Hardpoint to start us off with. That is a phenomenal way to start it off with. Hack the Yard, Search and Destroy. It's starting to grow on me, right? But what's that third matchup?
Domination Crossfire?
Woo! Man, it's about to get heated up in here.
It is about to get heated. We do have band maps of Summit and Firing Range, and the band operators are Annihilator and Sparrow. Pretty standard choice indeed. Like, you're right. You're right that the Oxygen have such a stacked roster. Obviously, when they brought in a couple of players from the previous XOXO roster, that did cause a delay in them building up synergy. And I think they've yet to really find the flow as a roster. Because you know Shark's OP. You know Leader's OP. Right? You know this player's OP. You know that player's OP. As a team, they just haven't found that form. And I'm hoping that, of course, with the closest stage 4 and just the end of the Mobile Mayhem season, we start to see that showing just a little bit more cohesively from them.
Yep, this is actually going to be a great way to end the night, as I just found out. Omni versus Legacy won't happen due to the fact that they're having a little bit of a roster issue. Omni is, so Legacy going to be earning those 20 points on the back of a forfeit. But what a way to end the night, bro. We've got Oxygen, we've got Anarchy, we've got a hell of a best of 3. Starts off smooth, ends rocky. That's going to be, if it goes to a game 3, that's going to be a hard-fought matchup. Crossfire domination can be a bit lopsided, but I absolutely love it. We're going to go ahead and get started. Jumping into this first matchup. Hardpoint on Raid. Who you guys got? I can't call it.
For this game 1?
Oh, yeah, for this game 1. You know, it's got to start here.
For this game 1, I'm going to give it over to Anarchy. Okay. Don't Lie has been on an incredible run, and this guy's really stepped up to the plate. I noticed him very early on in terms of seeing him, and I'm impressed every single time I get him on my perspective.
Yo, you know what? I like Don Lie, but I also am feeling Kike. Kike on a 2 spree right now. Going to be manning the OBJ, and he has just been a slaughterhouse of a player, anchoring and slaying away for this Anarchy roster, really giving them the fragging ability, the fragging power that they need in order to break points and hold them. As I see him, he's now racked up 17+ points, a majority of all of this P1 that's gone in favor of the guys over at Anarchy. And off the bat, I'm seeing a very dominant hold here, P1.
Yeah, very dominant hold indeed. And for a hardpoint that's incredibly difficult to hold on to defensively, wonderful job being laid out by the side of Anarchy. And I call it, their teamwork is so good. Kike really doing a standout work. Beautiful Predator missile to pick up a double kill. We're heading into P2, onto the kitchen. Can Anarchy continue to dominate?
They can, especially with Kike popping off like he has been. Finally going to be outspied Leader on the flank. And now we've got ourselves a P2 hold here that the guys over at Anarchy are going to find themselves on the outside of. Front side of Kitchen, where a lot of this action's coming through. And they're going to get a decent break here early on. 40 seconds left. Shark and Don Lie in a 1v1 scenario. Don Lie going to get the better of that trade. And now it's still in the favor of the guys over at Oxygen, as we do see P3 transitions about to come through. This is a bloodbath.
This is a bloodbath indeed. I love this on P2. Nobody's hanging about. They're like, okay, let's go in as a duo, go in as a trio, let's push in. It's making it quite scrappy on P2. And honestly, that's good for Anarchy. They don't mind that because they already got the lead. They already got the strength of P1, so they don't mind P2 being scrappy because guess what? P3 is just a little bit more important. Look at them setting up the multiple sentry guns for P3. They know what they're doing.
They do indeed. They're not holding anything back. As a matter of fact, I did see that the guy, Kike, had a cluster strike that he already utilizes. He wants to get a lead and take that advantage and run with it. And every right to do so. Because right now, they've got a 30+ point advantage. Well, actually, it's 30+ now, as I do see that 30+ point marker hit. And Kike on the objective, 14 kills, absolutely flawless. He's got Donlai on the outskirts holding point, and we're going to see the contest come through from Marvel. He's going to be spotted at outs, and we're going to find Oxygen on the outskirts of this garage area. Leader going to find himself a little cheeky kill as he takes down Donlai and Beery. But who else? Creed to come through and get the refrag. This has been all Anarchy here early on in this hard point.
Yeah, 3 hard points down. We've seen 1, 2, and now, of course, P3 dominated by the side of Anarchy. Still the chances there. 60+ points going in the favor in terms of lead for Anarchy. Fury is having a hell of a game so far. 16-2, 110 seconds. Man, this guy is, 25 seconds, 14-6. He's having such a good game.
Yeah, Kike 16-2. Definitely making this Oxygen team sweat here as P4 transitions are going to be favoring the boys over to Oxygen. Balance going to be last player on point. They had such a great hold, but are going to be, shortly one by one taken down.
Pretty good.
Only one player on point for this Oxygen roster is they're going to be walking right into a cluster strike. PK, 21 kills, this guy just has a disposable entry of score streaks that he is utilizing to the perfection. He's not wasting one moment. He's going to get them off and get more. It's just recycling time after time. Sentry gun kill after cluster strike, after predator missile, death machine to go along with it. He's 23 kills deep. He wants this thing to end quick, and I don't blame him. This is a team that you don't want to see a Game 3 opportunity if you're Anarchy.
Just momentum, right? Just sheer momentum, because P1, they'd already gotten the advantage on P1 from a score streak point of view, right? From a kill point of view. Then P2, because they scrapped, because they traded, that lead, if anything, technically kind of increased, because they unlocked those even quicker than the side of Oxygen. P3 didn't help their journey, only helped their journey at all. And as we switch on over to P5 with the scrappy one out in the courtyard, but 124 to 90 and counting for the side of Oxygen. They need to lead. They really need to actually breathe a bit of life in how they're playing as a team.
Yo, when you got Kike doing perimeter control and playing OBJ as well as he has, it is damn near impossible for Oxygen to get their fair share. P1 transitions are going to be made. Oxygen going to find themselves a few points on the back burner of that P5. And now we have ourselves a position where if Anarchy can get on point and maintain it here after a massive early take, they can end it here. 21 kills for Beery, 27 now for Kike, but it does look like they only have Beery on point. No, we got Donlai as well. Donlai gonna be left on his own. He takes down Shark as a two-piece comes through. Later, eats the shotty. The shorty is OP. Oh my God, nice forfeit for Donlai. Another one of these valuable players for this Anarchy roster.
Yeah, like every single one of the Anarchy roster is stepping up to the plate right now. 145 and counting. It's all systems go as they're gonna close out game 1. Hardpoint raid.
Yo, Kike, 29-4 that game. And a minute or 117 seconds on the point. What is this guy on, man? I am on the Kike pack right now. This guy is a fantastic player. And then you got Fury, pops off with a top frag. How the heck did he manage to do that? Looking at the point spread, it's all those capture kills, man. He had hella OBJ captures, 38 seconds on the point, and a minute and 38 for Kike. So not only was he Slayer, but he put on a minute and 38 seconds for the team. That's exactly what you want if you're Anarchy.
Absolutely no purpose from Oxygen on how they were playing, right? No real adaptability. I talked about how there's not really that much unity in how Oxygen are playing, how individually they're fantastic, but as a team, they're just really lacking that. And it was exposed so heavily by Anarchy. So heavily by Anarchy. Right out of the gate, Anarchy knew exactly what they wanted to do, where they wanted to go. And they adapted, but also they didn't really need to adapt anything past kind of going from P2 to P3, right? That was, that setup it wasn't even, you couldn't even call that adapting. It was just setting up really well. But, you know, because there was no real evolution in how Oxygen were playing throughout that game, it was incredibly easy. But I could see that Anarchy were not really taking that for granted. They didn't let off the gas. They were constantly on it. Constantly. And it just shows. I thought Anarchy were going to take it, but I didn't think it was going to be what really feels like such a strong lead.
Bro, Oxygen sold. That moral of the story, Oxygen sold. With the only player, with the only exception, is Shark. Shark played his heart out.
Yep.
He's the only one who is remotely close to positive, but the fact that he goes a minute and 25 on the hill and nobody even pushes that 30-second marker on his team, it just feels bad. That's a moment where Shark, you know, literally, I found him. He was the only one, like, kill feed after kill feed. Granted, he goes net 2 negative. A minute and 25 on the hill, and you got the rest of your homies in the back with less than 30 seconds. That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
That is not
exactly.
At this level of performance, you can't expect to win against a team like Anarchy when you got 4 players who are, you know, not only negative, but 25, 26, 23 seconds on the point. That ain't happening, bro.
Yep.
They got slapped that first game.
Yeah, they did. And look, and I'm not even looking at this as like Anarchy kind of, no disrespect to Oxygen, but I don't look at it as like being the legend killers in this regard because of how much Anarchy have improved. And just how kind of flat or even backwards Oxygen have kind of gone.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I knew this was going to be close, and there's a reason why they're 3rd and 4th overall in the standings. But at the end of the day, it's a reason why Anarchy have continued just to step up week in, week out, day in, day out. Get better. Improve on this point. Improve on that point. Just, you know, refining, growing, just tipping on. And I saw it. I saw the sparkle, but they've turned that and they've just really shone it. They turned that into a massive LED level of performance.
Yep. You know, there's one like silver lining in Oxygen's performance against Anarchy in that hard point, and the fact that it was only a 40-point game. Like, I'm looking at the stats. There's no way that should have been that close of a game. 40 seconds, 110 to 150, and you got 4 players going, you know, all of them negative, all of them, you know, none of them near a 30-second point for OBJ. How in the heck did they get a minute and 10? I'll tell you why. That's Shark, dude. Shark was that silver lining for this Oxygen roster.
Yeah,
at the moment.
For sure.
Now, I've seen these guys play. They can bounce back at the drop of a dime. Are they going to do it here to Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard, though?
I hope so. You know, I hope so. I want them to. I do want them to. Because as much as I'd love to see Anarchy kind of win this, you know, 2-0 in terms of closer coming into the final day, even 2-1, I think would be enough to make that last day of games just as spicy, because at that point, you know, it comes down to really getting that series 2-0. So, man, like, especially considering us only having 2 series for the evening, I kind of really, really want them to be full 3-game series. But I also need, I kind of need Oxygen to prove to themselves that they are not going backwards, that they are going forwards. You know, they don't need to prove anything to me. I'm an idiot, right? I just get paid to talk, right?
Earlier today, Omni was like, we're going to have to 4v5, and ImPERium was like, well, hell, I'll sub and cast at the same time. I'm like, well, ImPERium, bro, come on now. That's a 4v5 still, right?
Exactly. It's true. Like, I'm just an
I
idiot
love you, bro.
Paid to talk. But they need to prove it to
you look damn good doing it, too, my guy.
Do. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, game 2 here, Search and Destroy, Hackney Yard. Oxygen. Gotta step it up, man. That hard point was less than mediocre. I can't I don't want to discourage you guys anymore, but I mean, you know what you got to do here. This is an opportunity for you to make something happen. Are you gonna do it though?
Okay. So attacking side, it's gonna be Anarchy. Definitely seemed to be a little bit of a similar play and plan style of just first round. Both teams going for A. Makes sense across the board. Is going to be an absolute shutdown, though. One player left for Oxygen. Marvel's left on his own.
Yep, Marvel picks off Kike, which is a huge frag. But now you got Donley and Viri to deal with. Bomb is down. Pressure's on. 40 seconds on the clock. Marvel, he's got the DLQ, and I believe he's got a shorty as a secondary. Tried to figure out what he's doing here. And, you know, it's not looking good because at the moment you got to push into this little warehouse area and you've only got a sniper to do it. So you got to find one outside before you push in. 18 seconds on the clock, man. I'm kind of questioning his timing.
Yeah, he's running out of time. He has to push in. He's got the shorty. He's going to dance around. He finds a shot, misses it on to Viri, and Viri takes him down. 1 round over to the side of Anarchy.
Yep, Anarchy continuing on here in this search or destroy, taking that first attacking round. Could say that their aggression can feed off into this matchup. We're going to see the push back towards A, as one would expect. Donlai going to get traded there. Oxygen leader and Shark going to combine for 2 kills there. Kree going to get a refrag. 2 for 2 trades. Balance, and both Shark are going to be on the insides. We're going to see Miney try and contest, but reconfigures and repositions as Viri going to be spotted. Miney going to be left on his own. It's a 1v3 scenario. Much better round from Oxygen as Balance going to get the final kill. 2-piece to end it up. We're all tied up. And now we need to see that same kind of energy moving on in this search or destroy.
Yeah, much better defense from Oxygen in that round too. They just could not let that be snowball in this round 2 and losing it. So at least evening things out, there's a tiny bit of a redemption for them. The opening is there. Feints nearly finds the shot, but Donley, Kike gets a 2-piece. Marvel on Deviri is interesting. Now, I find it kind of interesting that you've got 2 snipers being played out from the side of Oxygen, but when Marvel's getting a close range sniper shot, I can't help but go, okay, that's working in their favor, but just him and Feints left on his own. Feints shorty did, but time's ticking.
Don't forget about Marvel. There's still Marvel in the mix. Is Kike in a 1v2 scenario? Marvel going to push out. Gets 1. Oh, Feints. That could have gone south real quick, but his precision pays off. I saw him take the shots on 1. I think that was Mighty who was caught out in the open. Gets another and secures the bomb defuse. Oxygen go up 2-1 here. A much better round again, but literally came down to a 1v1 scenario. Could have went either way. We're going to see. Can't be playing devil's advocate here. Need to find a way to take the advantage early and ride it off here as the 3rd or 4th attempt here towards this A site is going to be halted. It looks like the guys over at Anarchy are going to try and redevelop a strategy and push towards this B site.
Money. We'll be playing towards the B site. That could be an interesting take. Now, I know the Balance is there to defend B. There you go. He's going to find his shots. Creed does snatch him out, and he's going to send Balance packing around as he's low in health. He's going to go for the turnaround around the wall. That's interesting. Nice play by Balance.
Nice play indeed, but it's not going to be able to capitalize on it. He's got multiple players in the
Where's the
area.
rest of the team?
Yeah, where's the rest of the team at?
The
comms were not there. Don going to be spotted by Leader. Okay, big kill. But the bomb is still in the hands of Miney, who has been indecisive on when to get this plant down. Leader going to push up. Leader lasers Miney. Shark going to be taken down to the midst. 3v3 trade, leaving it in a 2v2 scenario. Kike going to find 1, going to find 2. Creed finding that one, rather. And now we're all tied up. About to switch sides. It's going to be the last round. Oxygen still.
I'm not saying they needed to, like, panic, go to the B side, but Balance held him back for quite a while, right? He slowed them down. There should have been that, hey, I need backup, right? He didn't have to go down. That's kind of my point.
Veery gonna find Marvel absolutely OP as Anarchy yet again a 2-man advantage. Leader gonna get pushed by multiples. The top of the staircase is where he's gonna find his downfall. Miney picking up 2. And now it's gonna be Balance, who is yet again left on his own. A scenario that we saw last round. Granted, he had players still alive. This is basically the same situation, though. He's going to have to fend for himself. He's going to be ousted by Kike, who is on 1 this game. 3-2 as we flip sides. We'll see if Anarchy can close this series out in 2, or if Oxygen going to find that energy that they desperately need to take us to a game 3 and a potentially... They got to get past this this search and destroy first, though. We're going to see an aggressive push towards B, and we're going to have 4 players pushing up. Nobody there to answer. Absolutely open bomb plan.
Look, I said you can't count Oxygen out, and they can turn it up at the drop of a hat. And I've got to practice what I preach about that, so I'm not going to count Oxygen out. Beautiful start for them as the attacking round. I often think, at least in Hackney Yard, that B bomb site is quite viable, even though it's the furthest one from there, but you can make it count. They open things up, 1 trade at a piece.
Yeah, this B bomb plant starting to look a little questionable. Balance going to pick up 1. Miney going to be spotted. Oh, no, that's, oh, man, they just spot Balance, and Balance just gets absolutely wrecked. Leader and Marvel got to maintain sight. Bomb's going to get pushed. Marvel going to get the go-ahead for the push. Gets a hit marker. Good Leader.
Oh, Leader.
Leader.
Come on, Marvel.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice work.
There you go.
Oh.
Great play by Marvel and Leader together. You know, that was really good. It was so heavily needed. Now, did Stamina make a little bit of sorry, Anarchy, should I say, make a bit of a mistake by having maybe the players bunched up together a little bit too much? Yeah, you could say that, but the instant reaction from Leader and Marvel together was fantastic.
It was. Balance and Kike going to get some trades there as Don going to drop, as well as Shark. We're going to see Marvel go down. Bomb was about to be planted, but Creed preventing that. And every time Oxygen gets back in this, we see a phenomenal performance from the guys over at Anarchy. Miney gonna spot Leader after he takes down 1. Anarchy back in lead, and Oxygen just not able to find any stability in this matchup, as it's not here, bro. You can't find it here. Anarchy just playing to the best of their abilities this matchup.
Yeah.
We saw it in the hard point. We're seeing it here in the search. They can close it out in 2, but Fate's picking up an opening frag. Definitely. Oh my
really
God,
good.
they're dropping like
Really
flies.
good.
Veery and Miney. Make that Veery. Miney drops. Shark picking up Miney there. Huge. Bomb's going to be planted. Oh my God, Veery with the crisp shots. Going to give away his locations, though.
No, he switches place. He goes for the shots, moves on over to running and sniping. It's coming out from Veery. It's fantastic. He knows that he can't stand in one place for too long. He has to dance around. His back's against the wall. A lovely preemptive nade being thrown out from the members of Oxygen. They know they have this game won. Marvel picks it up. Veery's taken out. Much better from Oxygen. But I'm forced to ask, why can't they get consistently 2 rounds in a row? You said it, but I have to ask it again. Come on, Oxygen.
The enemy has the bomb.
Hey, one thing, it's difficult to find any kind of stabilities when you got an opponent like Anarchy in the booth.
Fair.
And now we're going to see Miney get taken down. Peeks inside of this bottom P1 area. Donlai going to be taken down as well. It's a 4v3. Oxygen looking a lot better in this search and destroy round. Veery going to be up top side of this warehouse. He's going to be forced down, but Kike going to have his back, preventing the rotations over. Veery takes 1 shot, misses. Leader not going to be out there, but finally does the nade. Veery just too OP, but it's a 2v2 scenario now. Creed finds 1. Marvel going to be pushing in. Marvel lasers Creed, meeting him with that same kind of energy. Veery,
No!
he wins those, and now it's Fates, the shorty from up top. A phenomenal round for Oxygen, and now they're on match point. They want that domination. They can get it here, bro. What you want?
Oh my God! Come on, Oxygen! I said I wanted to see A bit of consistency. 5-4. This is match point. Come on, stamina. Now they switch back over to where they started as the attacking side. Going for the B bomb plan. I like it. But can they make it count? I think the players from Anarchy are a little bit more aware that they're trading a kill. Another one comes through though. Miney is out.
Miney's out, but Creed picks up balance as he overextended there. Very gonna pick up one, too. Bomb is down, 40 seconds on the clock. One-man advantage in favor of the guys over at Anarchy. Creed, Kike, and Very all collected here on the backside of this bomb site, and they have an open range. The bomb could be defused. Feints. Doesn't see him. Gets the hit marker. The bomb is... Oh, it was almost defused, but Very is going to be taken down. Marvel picks up another as it's a 1v2 scenario. Surely they have the advantage. But Marvel playing time is not going to be enough.
Have to push.
Oh,
there you go. Get one. Perfect timing. Come on. He's going to go up on the other side of the wall. He knows he's going to have to dance around. Time's ticking away. 4 seconds left for the bomb defuse to come on board. Marvel picks it up. He gets it close. He gets the kill. He gets the round win. And we're going to a game 3 once again.
Yo, Marvel, hats off, bro. Absolutely stellar performance there. A collective effort from Oxygen, but that last round really sealed the deal. Why? Because if you go to the next round, you play the opportunity that you're giving that hope to Anarchy. And what can you do better is play time. He did it so very well. Jumped up, jumped down, jumped up, took the shot, gets one, gets two. That last 1v1 could have went south quick, but he forced the hands of his opponent, snuck around for the flank, got the frag. Oxygen taking it to a game 3. Woo!
Man,
I'm fired up, bro.
Like, I was so worried about Marvel playing that wall, right? Because as much as the wall kind of protects you, the only thing that's exposed on your body, right, is a head, right? So a couple of shots connects and, you know, you're gone, right? But he played that beautifully, like perfectly, because you weren't expecting him to stay there, right? So the fact that he kind of baited in the right way and got that stuff, oh man, so good. So good for Marvel. And I don't call that I genuinely don't really call that a choke from Anarchy. I kind of don't.
No, definitely not.
Just based on how it played
I mean, look at it,
Marvel,
though. Look at the scorecard.
Marvel realistically outplayed them. Marvel outplayed them in that last round.
Facts. That was a well-played round for Marvel, anchoring them to a game 3. Look at the scorecard. Anarchy outfragged the hell out of Oxygen. There's no way they should have took that series. 12 kills for Very, 10 kills for Kike, 7 for Miney. You're taking a look at it on the opposite side. You only got one player in the double digits. That's Marvel, who picked up 3
that's true.
much-needed frags in that last round, securing the bag. If you go to a round 11, that's a 2-0 for Anarchy. I'm saying Marvel knew the stakes were high.
Yeah.
And he did not make any wrong moves. I was so when I saw I can't remember the player who was still alive, but maybe it was Kike. I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. All I could focus on was Marvel. When he was taking shots, Marvel was eating a few bullets, and then time started dwindling down. Forced his hand, rotated the round, bro. Absolute perfection. Beautiful play by Marvel. I just that's gonna definitely be in a highlight reel at some point. But guys, game 3 here. Lot on the line, not only for standings purposes, but for bragging rights, for, you know, you got 2 top 3, top 4, top... I mean, these guys are top 2 teams on any basis, on any given day, going against each other, and the results are going to be found here, this domination on Crossfire.
Yeah.
Sheesh, this is... you know, I'm not a fan, to say the least, but this is a map that's going to be played in Champs. It's a map that was played in Masters heavily. I think they love Crossfire.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, have only seen a handful in Domination Crossfires. I love a Crossfire Search and Destroy, but a Domination Crossfire, this is tough. This is tough.
Let's be fair. Oxygen won. Search and Destroy. They are realistically still the disadvantaged team. They were not lucky, but they were fortunate to have won Search and Destroy. True. It was a fantastic 3-round streak from them. Let's give them that credit. But you made a great point. The amount of bodies that were hitting the floor from the side of Anarchy and how dominating they looked in hardpoint, it really, that uphill battle is only just beginning for Oxygen. They've given themselves a sliver of hope. They've saved themselves definitely a good bit of kind of, I don't want to say embarrassment, but what happened to this Oxygen team, right? They saved themselves a good bit of that by not losing 2-0. But they need to kind of turn this opportunity into this win. I don't think they will. I said not to count them out, so I'm not counting them out.
Oh, yeah, you can't count them out, but let's be real. Game 1, you only had one player who really wanted the win, and that was Shark from Oxygen. In Game 2, we had a little bit better of a collective effort, but let's be real. That was all won by that last round of Marvel's 1v3 marvelous shots, right? So we're painting a picture for you to see each game by game, there's one standout player, whereas on the side of Anarchy, you literally have Kike, Viri, Donlai, Creed pops off here and there, but these guys all bloodthirsty. Where's Oxygen at?
Yep.
Like, I'm not talking about Marvel. Exactly. I'm not talking about Shark. I'm not talking about Balance individually. I'm not talking about any of these players on an individual basis. Where's Oxygen at?
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. And domination. In chat, who are you guys supporting? Who do you think is going to win on domination? Is it going to be once again a breeze for Anarchy, or have Oxygen found their breath, found their calling, found life in the old dog that is their team?
A massive push towards this B site. Early advantage for Oxygen here, and I said, where's Oxygen at? I think we found them. They got complete map control at the moment, but with multiples circling the area, Miney gonna get the refrag. B gonna be halted though, as
beautiful.
We did see Kike drop there. Oxygen back on it. Balance gonna be taken down, and Miney setting up for some great map control here. Definitely gonna force the hands of Oxygen here. Oh my, massive nade from Donlai.
Yeah, it was a preemptive nade, by the way. He threw the nade, captured B, and then backed off, and that was a beautifully well-placed double nade. Just great awareness coming out from him. He then picks up a double kill. Beautifully set up from him. Right now, Anarchy are back in control. They're back in the driving seat.
They are, and that's exactly where they need to be, because they have been a force today. Not only have they been, just an absolute beam in that first game, that second game was fought hard.
Okay.
And the collective team effort was 100% there. We're going to see the push into this mid-building. Oxygen right back in it like Bennett. Marvel going to pick up a few kills, and now it's a little bit of pressure here on Oxygen as the guys over at Anarchy yet again are going to be knocking on that B site.
Whoa, pressure, but I gotta give credit to the members of Oxygen, because they got back on their feet real quickly after losing that B cap. Really good play from Marvel. I'm recognizing him. Interesting use of the chopper. I actually don't really agree with it, but it doesn't seem like he's using it all the time. It's kind of selectively being used by him, which I definitely get. It's only when they really have a firm control over the cap that I think the chopper is going to be useful with how slow you do move. When you're trying to transition, trying to capture the B cap or any of the caps, it does make it a lot harder when you're using the chopper. B cap is in control of Anarchy. It is very, very close on the score, 48-46.
It is, but we're going to see a little bit of traction on C. It's going to be neglected, and now C going to be recapped. A big investment to push towards that C site. They lose 3 players off the bat. Now they're going to have to be spawning up the top side of this A site, where they're not going to have any kind of control over where this B cap comes through. Now we're going to see amazing positioning from the guys over Anarchy. Oxygen still in this. It's a close neck-and-neck game.
God, Viri.
About 10 points difference.
Viri just picks up a no-kill just like that. saying great movement by Oxygen as a team. When that happens and you lose 2, it's just so hard for you to deal with. Up the stairs, balance goes. However, running rings around him as Vera and Donlai together make it work. The lead is starting to get ahead for Anarchy. They have a near 15-point plus lead. And coming into the top of the half, it is 16 points.
It is 16 points. And if you take a look at the scorecard right now, it should be more. 10-5, 12-7, 10-4, 11-8. That's all Anarchy. 5-3 for Creed. Everyone bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
They take advantage of that first half. Let's see how the second one goes down. There's nobody on the side of Oxygen. Showed up to play for keeps. As I'm looking at it, this first half absolutely dominated by the guys over at Anarchy. Will Oxygen step up to the plate and take the back in the second? No.
I wasn't sure about his use of the death machine so early in this game. But again, like we saw in the last series, right? It's that kind of little bit of a distraction. It's done on purpose. It's really well played out.
I think we might have lost ImPERium there as I'm taking a look at it. Voice not connecting. ImPERium reconnected VC. Game 3. C is going to be pushed by Anarchy. Kike going to be taken off B. Who is on C, though? That's the home flag, bro. You can't force. You can't hold B if you don't have C. Oxygen. Where are the comms at? Miney on the cap. Now we're going to see the push towards this B site. And surely, C going to be recapped, though. That's going to relieve a lot of pressure on this B flag here, as I do see Marvel pushing up for the contest. Gonna spot, but Kike there to reciprocate the energy. And now, C gonna get traded back, and it's a triple cap. Anarchy back in this lead, back in this domination, making sure that their name is known. They have complete control. That is tough for Oxygen, as they are getting absolutely owned in this domination game.
Oh man, am I back? Can you hear me again?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Good. Don't know what happened there either way. I'm back in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Oxygen are back in the game as Anarchy continue to control it. Nice death machine by Marvel. Bit of a desperate one though, as he ends up getting shut down for it. Felt like that was a reactive death machine rather than proactive, not really looking to set up on towards that B cap, which is more just trying to hold down until the bitter end. That deficit is massive for the side of Oxygen. Anarchy are laying waste to a team that was once considered one of the top 2-3 teams in Europe, but are slowly whittling themselves away into nothingness. I know that's dramatic, I don't mean it, but to build it up, Anarchy are certainly playing out strongly.
They are, and even if this double cap does come through, they're going to need a triple, and they're going to have to hold it for the remainder of the game, because at the moment, it's 142 and counting, only 8 seconds left, or 8 points left for the guys over at Anarchy. Oxygen surely know what the stakes are, as they are making their way towards this A site. They're going to be met by several Anarchy players, Creed being one of them, holding the backside of the point. Donlai up close. Veery going to be left too, as well, as Donlai is traded. Miney going to push out, and that is going to be it. Game number 3 going to be in favor of the guys over at Anarchy. Well played, bro. A phenomenal best of 3 going to result in Anarchy flexing a 150 to 113 game.
Man, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic from Anarchy. I said that it was going to be hard for Oxygen. It was going to be an uphill battle. I didn't count them out. I didn't want to count them out, but it came to a point where they were a good 40, 50 points behind. They weren't really playing for that control, and Anarchy had it covered. Like, it just as a team, their performance, Anarchy, is incredible. Donlai, Vire, Kike, right? Even Miney then getting that positive Creed, getting fit 12 and 5. What more can you ask for? What more? You couldn't ask for more. Incredible.
What more could I ask for? I could ask for Oxygen to show up, because, bro, they literally got slapped in the hard point. The hard point, the Search or Destroy wasn't that close. In reality, it was a 6-4 win for them, but let's be real.
Yeah.
Anarchy just continued to slap. In this third game, no difference. 24-15 for Don.
Yep.
Viri 22-10, 25-11. Those are stats of players who want to win a game. 13 caps for Viri. You look on the opposite side of the board, there's nobody even near that. I am just so... I don't know, dude. You think everything is right, everything's going smooth, swimmingly for this Oxygen roster, then you see Anarchy just steamroll them game after game. Not embarrassing, but bro, it was just tough to watch. Oxygen bite the bullet in game 3. It was certainly tough to watch.
It's tough to watch, but at the end of the day, they are the makers of their own result, of their own destiny, of their own, essentially, of their own legacy in that regard. And I know that sounds, again, kind of dramatic, but it's true. It's a team, it's a name that was once kind of revered as being the top 2, top 3 in Europe. And yes, okay, we've talked about how the standard in Europe is quite massive and it's quite big and it's really strong. But they weren't slipping until this season. Until they brought in new players, and I'm not trying to blame those players at all.
No, you can't. You can't. They're really OP players.
I know. They've really got to take a step back and go, okay, what is missing? What's stopping us from gelling? What's stopping us from succeeding? They will know more than us, right? We're just the commentators. We have a little bit of insight. We can only judge based on what we see in front of us, but they will know more than us. I want to see Oxygen back up there, but until it happens, I got to kind of start counting them out a little bit more. Whereas for Anarchy, they knew what they were doing. They were focused. They were on point despite losing game 2. It just didn't matter. They were still leading it. They were still in control. And again, like the first series, I didn't look at them in domination and think at any point they were going to lose the match. I credited Oxygen for getting back into it. I credit them for single points within that game. But as a whole, I just didn't see Anarchy losing it after a strong start.
No, they didn't. And I gotta say, man, they're still on that upward spiral where they're just continuing to get better and get better. Obviously, they took an L in the Search and Destroy, but I think I saw more teamwork out of them in that matchup than I ever saw in Oxygen in the whole series. Even when they were losing. Is Oxygen struggling right now? Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Oh, they're down big, bro. That's something we'll keep, on hand for us for next stream.
Of course.
We've got a packed day on Tuesday. Not to get too far ahead of myself. We'll take a look at the results from the day. You saw it. Only had 2 series, but bro, those 2 series accumulated 2 hours. Literally, Stamina and Nova fought it out. Nova prevailing 2-1. Oxygen bit the bullet there. 2-1 win for Anarchy. And that has huge implications on the standings, am I right?
Yeah, it does. I believe that will put Anarchy on 90 points and Oxygen on 110. So there's 20 points dividing the 2 teams. Oxygen can still secure 3rd place leading into the playoffs. All they have to do is just win their series 2-1 or 2-0, to be honest. Even 2-1 is fine. Hell,
they can lose and win 1 map.
They can lose 2-1. They can lose 2-1, but they don't want to do that, right? They want to kind of finish 3rd base on a win. But it will require Oxygen losing 2-0 and Anarchy winning 2-0 for anything like Anarchy to overtake Oxygen in 3rd. So it's definitely interesting. Leading into the final day. So yeah, more to play for in next Tuesday's games.
It does, and I'm just trying to see how next Tuesday's games are going to look. Oxygen going to be playing against Cold Esports. I know they're struggling right now, Oxygen is, but they're going to be playing up against a team that not necessarily has the kind of tenure that Oxygen has together. Cold Esports, not necessarily struggling, but, you know, struggling to find their identity as, you know, these guys are, you know, making their way into the season later on. They are a recently formed team, literally like 2 to 3 weeks in. Not even that many times they've played together. So they have an opportunity to take advantage of that. But Anarchy going to be taking on Legacy. I'm not saying Legacy's a pushover, but the way that Anarchy's been playing recently, as long as they keep that same energy, that should be 20 points for them. I'm taking a look at the matchups. We still got Nova Esports and Ranked Warriors, that's going to be a forfeit. Ranked Warriors pulling out as they're trying to figure themselves out. We're still going to have 4 series of that day. Tragik versus Omni. Okay, maybe 3 series, because Omni, obviously having roster issues today, could definitely carry over the weekend. Oxygen and Cold, going to be 100%. Stamina and Fusions, 100%. And then Anarchy and Legacy, also 100%.
Yeah. Realistically, Oxygen has the harder of the matchup.
Oh, facts. Big facts.
Compared to Anarchy, you know. So that's something that we'll really have to keep an eye on. Plus, you know, Cold, realistically, they need to win that series. They do. They kind of need to win it comfortably, and it's a good opportunity for them because they're going to be going up against a somewhat, you know, bruised, you know, battered, downtrodden team of Oxygen. I know they have a few days to get back, and you know, that's why I always talk about the mental game and the mentality and this kind of psychology of competitive, because when you find yourself kind of down in the dumps or on a downhill trend in performance in results, it requires a lot of mental strength to get back up, to really get back on the horse in the right way and turn it around in your favor. And actually you need to do that. We saw Stamina do that, to be fair, right? We talked about Stamina kind of underperforming, kind of being on a bit of a downhill trend. It might not have been as obvious, it might not have been as heavy, but they still were, and they turned it around. So it is possible. It does need to start as soon as possible, i.e. next Tuesday, going up against Cold.
It's going to be a banger, bro. That's a great way to end the season. As I'm taking a look at it, I want to give a shout out to everyone who came through earlier on. I didn't necessarily get to call you guys out. Laservo and Purge, I appreciate the gift of subs, guys. I know we were getting heavy in the series. I might have missed that. I put sub hypes in chat, but wanted to thank you guys individually as we're getting to the conclusion of today's stream. This is one of the last days of regular season. We got Tuesday to look forward to, and then we got playoffs. Things are just getting spicier and spicier by the day. I got to thank ImPERium coming through. Just an absolute beast of a job.
Man.
Always. Fantastic as well from you guys. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. We'll be back live Tuesday for some more mobile action. But until then, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Much love, guys.